What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter, and a lot of people always say truth. It's time for you to get somebody new on that platform. We want somebody that a lot of people don't know, but a lot of people know. Today, I think I hit that right on the head. I was lucky enough to get an opportunity to speak with somebody who I think is a legend. So for the people who don't know what's going on, you'll let them know exactly what your name is and where you're from, bro.
Nino Bankz. I'm from Chicago. Don't forget the $ in between. Nino, $BANKZ. I'm humble to be here, man. Talk to me.
Let's do it, bro. Now, before we get into this, normally, I talk to a grizzly bear in front of this camera, and he tell me about a block, a hood that's named after somebody that passed away. You told me you from Chicago, so you just saying you from everywhere, ain't really claiming one block.
Nah, at the age I'm at now,
right?
I don't want to, put myself to one block.
Right.
I'm to the age now, I done lived every part of Chicago.
Right.
From south, east to west. I'm from the west side originally.
Right.
The Austin neighborhood. I also done spent years in the hundreds.
Oh, that's like out south, right?
Yeah, that's out south. I done spent years out east. My ID right now is 68 from Crane. You know what I'm saying? But I like to claim my whole city because I love my city. And I'm pretty sure every part of this city, some people got love for me or they got hate for me, but they know the name. So, I don't want to categorize myself to one little part of this greatness we in right now. You know what I'm saying?
No, I totally get it. I think that's dope too, And I think that makes sense because it's, growing up, you live in a lot of places. It's kind of hard to just claim one area,
And then, being in prison so long, it's like, while even if I was living on that block, I'm in prison 7-8 years. You know what I'm saying? Your block or my ex block, then did blase. I'm thugging inside in the penitentiary. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a part of what you done did while I'm in the penitentiary doing what I'm doing in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? So I claim my city, man. Whoever don't like it, fuck them. It is what it is.
I want to ask you something. I ask a lot of people this, but I want to ask you, why is Chicago so violent?
The culture, the music.
The music.
Now, be that it may, I believe that prior to the drill culture, we've been violent. We raised off the mobs. You know what I'm saying? If people know the real history of Chicago from the Al Capone era on up, and even before Al Capone or the politics of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to speak too much because I'm dealing with politics now. You know what I'm saying? But the politics of Chicago has definitely, our culture has always been violent, if one don't know about it. But the music now transcends that, So now we got where we come up with these slogans or our music is just shoot 'em up, bang, 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 this and that. And people don't understand the power of tone, pitch, and fluctuation. So it's like, if I put a good beat behind, go kill, blase, and that beat already moves your body. So how can it not alter your mood and your thoughts as well? So definitely the violence of Chicago comes from, it's been a culture of it, but also the popularity of shoot 'em up, bang, bang on top of a awesome beat.
Right.
That dictates, the youth. It's the youth. If you talk to people 30 plus, even, high 20s, who know they made it past that level of violence where everybody is manipulated by the sound or what's going on or what Chicago's supposed to be, the media. Let's look at the media. What do they tell you about Chicago? Right. So it's like the violence definitely comes from the music today, but it's always been a crooked city. Right. It's always been a crooked city, and we got documents to prove that from way before it was ever a word drill. You know, that's been popularized by King Louis himself. You know what I'm saying?
But you ain't lying though. It be a lot of killing on them beats and shit. I ain't gonna lie. I cut them radios. I'll be like, man, I don't hear a lot of love on them beats. You know. That's totally true. You know, I kind of want to jump right into this because, you know, I think your story kind of fascinating. I think the fans kind of get a lot of knowledge from this. You know, you've been through a lot of shit. You know, you done spent a lot of time behind bars and shit like that. What did that start like when you was young and shit like that?
Yeah. I called my first case at 16, and I was tried as an adult at 17.
At 17?
17, I was tried as an adult. I was in Division 9 and Division 11.
You know, I hear about them numbers. Can you explain them numbers for us?
Okay, Division 9 is Supermax.
Okay.
At them times, there was Gladiator Ring. Back in my day, it had a school wing. Right. Division 11 also had a school back then, and that was Medium Max. Usually, individuals get sent to those decks. They don't have a bond, or they have a violent case, or, you know, murder, attempt murder, armed robbery, a case that carry a lot of time. They classify you and they put you in those type of divisions, 9, 1, 11, 10, shit like that. So at 17, I was tried as an adult and sent right to Big Boy County. We call it Big Boy Jail, you know. And I went right to Division 11. I ain't had no bond. So I was locked in with them big boys at 17. So
not to cut you off, but 17 years old, walking in there, first day. You scared? Like, on some real shit, not to be disrespectful or nothing, but if you scared first day?
I'm gonna keep it 1,000, right?
Asking what you is, bro, all that shit going on.
Yeah, no, for sure. Soon as you hit the door, it's what you is. One love, a finball. You brothers are one love.
Soon you walk in there.
Soon as you walk in. Soon as you hit your deck, it's gonna be a motherfucker at the door.
At the door?
At the door.
Okay.
At the door. Soon as you hit the deck, you at the door. You got your mat with you. You know, and you coming in there, and they one on one side, one on the other side. What you is? You finball, you folks. What you with? One of the brothers or folks? Oh yeah, I bet. Come over here to your people over here. Look, go on here, sit in that bunk. You got 3 days to get your literature together. Oh. Don't come out that cell. That's called bunk rest. Right. You got 3 days to learn your literature. Once you your 3 days come up, you know, you come out your cell. The game you saying or the part you saying you with gonna take care of you for them 3 days. They gonna feed you, you know, but you can't come out that cell because you a liability at that time to the mob for sure. Because they don't know how you standing yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So to answer your question, I think when I say scared, I was nervous of the unknown.
Right.
You know, it's unknown. It was unfamiliar territory. So I'm 17. You hear these stories from the older guys on the block, or, you know, from older family members. Oh, you don't want to go to right. This how it is. This how it is. This how it is. And then when you get in that situation, you got a whole mind of imagination to tell you how it's going to be or what's about to happen. Me, per se, I was never scared. You know, I can't say I was never scared. I embraced what came with it because I was searching for a title at that time. You know, I was searching for the glory of being this young guy, and I could tell my homies, well, I'm that. You know what I'm saying? I'm that. I'm here. So I took it on the chin, but I definitely was nervous of the unknown because, you know, you can't prepare for what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You can only think you preparing for that, but it's still unknown. So
some of the same shit out here was in there. Some of the same shit that you had to go through, that shit followed you in there. There's a whole nother world in there.
To be honest, it's a whole nother world.
Right.
It's nothing.
People tell me that.
No, for sure. Yeah, I get into it with my people today because you can never understand the pain of losing time that you can never get back.
Right.
You can never, if one never lost time, he can never get back, or been in a situation where you govern yourself. Who you calling for help? You know? Who you calling for help?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, bruh. You gonna stand on that. You gonna stand on them principles, and you gonna be your own law. And people don't really get that, because in prison, everybody gotta live like that. Everybody gotta stand for self. Everybody gotta govern themselves. So, you know, I just the prison shit a sore subject, but you know, I took that shit on the chin. I made the best of it. Yeah. Some people don't, you know.
You know, I don't know if I read this wrong. Maybe I seen some, you know, I'm a little nosy too now, so. But I seen some, and I don't know now, but I see something that say you escaped from a prison. Right. Now, is that real, or was that, you know, a caption to catch the headline?
That's 100% facts.
Yeah.
Now, to get into the details, that's for one to discover.
Right, okay, facts, right.
I definitely escaped. You can Google that shit. You know, I was put in a situation where, you know, I was able to get about that jail, and I went on the run for 2 years.
Oh, so you actually escaped and got away with that?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I was a fugitive for 2 years. I made it to the Bay Islands of Honduras.
So this was in a different place?
Oh, yeah, I made it out the country. No, it was here. I escaped from Stateville Correctional Center, which it says, you know. Now, that's one for discover, like I say. But if you Google it, say I escaped from Stateville Correctional Center, which is a Supermax facility.
Right.
I went on a run 2 years, and you know, that's what my daughter is now today. The Bay Islands of Honduras.
Mm-hmm.
We can get into them details if you want how that escape went.
I want to know now. I'm a little intrigued by this. I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but you ever been to Honduras when you went there?
Yeah, I've been there.
Also, you've been there before. This wasn't just one time a hunch just to go somewhere. So you know people there?
I got people there for sure.
Okay.
So it was always my pops. Was a let me not put them on his trail, but his cases are closed now. Mm-hmm. He got deported. He used to run with, you know, he used to smuggle drugs back and forth from Honduras to New Orleans.
Right.
And my pop's side of the family is from Honduras. My mother's side is from here. So Pops always made me know my culture, you know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, summer vacations, he might send a ticket. I'm out there on the islands cutting up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
you learn this.
Exactly. Right. So he always knew I had a foundation there. And when these people got on my ass, I took advantage of, you know, who my father was and what he could provide for me, and it worked out as far as getting up under them cargo boats and making it up. Right. You know, I didn't have no valid passport at the time. My passport was expired, and I said, "Fuck America and fuck this time," and I got about it out. You know, it was about a 2-month trip. First, I shot. You can edit this?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to keep talking and you ain't asking the question.
Yeah,
Because I can get it to the escape.
Most definitely.
And how, like, well, the shit epic what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
I had a good edit game.
Okay. So, I make it out that jam. I was fucking with the scam at the time. So, I was able to run up a few bands to get the money to get on the run.
Right.
And I shot to New Orleans from Chicago. Once I made it out of the facility, I shot to New Orleans. I got family, a little foundation in New Orleans. I knew from New Orleans, all my family that's been tied in with the drug trade from what they went through and got deported, or cases that are not closed. you know, what they smuggling, the cocaine or whatever they was doing at the time, that I could gain the knowledge to how to get past this situation, because they, you know, they neck deep.
Right.